Today, we're going to be discussing mortgage websites and content for intent modern mortgage marketing. This is Kelly Gale. And today, we're going to be going over why it's so important for you to have a really decent and compliant website and your own content that you're pushing out across all your social media platforms. Today, we're going to discuss why you need a website of your own, what the major components of a good mortgage website are, and what type of content you should be sharing on your website. Websites are really important for some strange reasons that is not something that we put a lot of emphasis on in mortgage. However, 43% of home buyers are going to find their lender through an online search. According to the same report, it is going to be really important for you to make sure you have the right information and has somebody who has spent the last 9 years in mortgage marketing taking down non compliant websites. I can tell you for a fact that chances are right now, there are at least 1 to 5 things that are not compliant on your website. Chances are pretty high you have the wrong address listed, or that it doesn't have all the components it needs. You probably have URL, which is the website address that might not be compliant for the state that you're licensed in. Your name that you're advertising under may not be matching your NMLS number. Um, but the reality is, none of that is actually as challenging to me from a marketing perspective as the fact that nearly 60% of you don't even have a website at all. In this day and age, not having a website or just simply having a page on your company's website is just not the way that you're going to get new business. There are a lot of things that are distinct advantages when you have your own online presence. It's going to allow someone an easy place to go and apply for their mortgage. It's going to allow for Google to know how to search for you. So when people are searching, they'll be able to find you. You're obviously going to look a lot more professional if somebody is comparing and contrasting you with another loan officer and their website is really good. It's not going to be difficult for them to make a decision. It's going to serve as a place to educate buyers about home buying, depending on how much effort you put into that. Somebody should be able to really learn a lot about what their opportunities are by working with you. Has all of your contact information in one place, all of your social media platforms. If you have any uh, testimonials, those can all be put in one place. And it's also a great place just to get information from somebody who visits your website. So you should have a quick contact that allows them to put in their information so that you can get a hold of them. Let's go over the components of a good mortgage website. One, contact information. This is imperative. This should be on the front page of your website. It should have your picture, it should have your name, what your title is, a little bit about your history, also encapsulating your why. Why are you in this industry? Then it should have all your contact information. It should have your NMLS number and should be all correct. Should have some interactive calculators. So if somebody wants to figure out how much they would be able to borrow, they should be able to put that information in and see their, more or less what their payments would be. Obviously, you don't want, you want to make sure to tell them that this isn't going to be 100% accurate, but their ability to play around with the calculator on your website is going to be important. Social proof is always important. If you don't want to have them going around the website to compare and contrast people to work with, why not give them every bit of information about working with you right on your website? We are a huge believer in using plug-in testimonials from compliant testimonial businesses like Birdseye and like Social Survey. And then you can put those on your website and be able to read. The customer can just read through there and they know that they're verified, they know that they're true, and it's a great way to present those. Lead capture is going to be incredibly important. If somebody comes to your website, how are you going to get their information? Whether that's through gated content, as you see on the left-hand side, or just with the quick content, as you see, a quick contact, as you see on the right side, getting that email address and name is going to be really important when people visit your website. Application links, incredibly important as well, making sure that that application link is correct and that it takes them over to the right place where they can go to apply for their home loan. Legal information. This is probably the number one thing that's wrong on your website right now. In fact, even if the worst thing that happens is at the very bottom, it doesn't say 2021 with the copyright, you're in trouble already. Make sure that you have everything that you need. If you're in a tricky state like Texas, New York, California, make sure that you know what the difference in those compliance legalities are. You got to make sure that everything is correct and linked out appropriately. There is nothing that surprises me more than the fact that people do not take advantage of how bad people are in mortgage marketing and mortgage SEO in their area. Just a little bit of SEO can help you trounce the competition because not many people put any effort into this. You can do that through putting out content of your own, or you can simply pay for pay per click ads. However, we believe in a good combination of the two of them, which is why we always, always, always tell our clients that they should be putting out content of their own. Speaking of content, let's talk about what you should put on your website for your content. Blog articles are a really tremendous way to integrate so much of your marketing messaging because you're able to put the content from your website into your social media platforms. It gives you a link back to your website, not only for you, but for the people who are in your sphere of influence who may be seeing a post that you put up and want to read more and come over to your website. This is a tremendous way for you to also look like an authority in lending. You can do that either by writing these yourself, outsourcing these to be written, creating videos where you have yourself talking about that, and then someone is typing in sort of the information that you're giving. It's a tremendous, tremendous, tremendous opportunity each and every day to build your brand. You also can put a lot about loan programs, really explaining to people what their opportunities are, especially if that is going to be a very state, specific resource like a bond program that they're eligible for. Explain to them what that means, how they can qualify. Videos and podcasts are great to put on there too, especially if you've been on a lot of different podcasts. You can have a little podcast player like we have on the right hand side for one of our customers, where someone can literally just sit on the website all day and just play your podcast in the background. But also making sure that you have all of the videos that you've ever done or ever been in correctly branded and put into a video library on your website. Education is everything. If somebody wants to come and learn how to become a borrower, shouldn't you give them as many opportunities as they can to learn about just that? FAQs are a really good way to do that. Any process is a really good way to do that. Just explaining to people how it is that they are going to become a home buyer. As always, we love putting videos, podcasts, articles, and coaching on our own website because we know that's how you grow SEO and that's how you make yourself look like an industry expert. So you can always go to intentmarketing.com and click on articles or videos and see exactly how we are doing it. And that might actually give you a good way of taking a little bit of a first step into writing your own content. However, you don't ever have to do that because at Intent, we build websites every single day for mortgage companies across the country and also provide content for those places in a compliant way. So if you're interested in that, you can also learn more about that on our website or by following us in any of our social media. We are always giving you guys tips and tricks so that you can build your mortgage marketing to be the best in the area. Really appreciate you coming by today for our training. I am going to take the questions I have waiting for me, but did want to say thank you guys so much. And we hope to see you at our next training session.